What's up, beautiful people? We are here at Harvest Day, which is always an awesome day in the garden and things like that. So make sure y'all stay tuned, locked in, so that you can see how to harvest a sweet potatoes out of a grow bag, as well as stick to the end because I have some exciting things that I want to share with y'all that I'm gonna do with the leaves of these sweet potatoes. Let's get to it. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 Hello to all. I welcome you to this YouTube channel. My name is Ricky Jones Jr. If you are new to the channel, hello. I love doing various gardening videos, building raised beds, and so forth and so on, as well as sharing various things that are taking place within our gardening business titled Garden With Me, okay? So with that being said, make sure you smash that like button, click that subscribe button if you're new, and things like that, and we'll just have some fun in between. However, what I am going to do is harvest some of my sweet potatoes, okay? I have them growing in grow bags as well as 5-gallon buckets. Boom, you see them back there. Okay, so we are going to harvest some, right? Well, I say some because we're gonna get into it to see what it looks like and see if I need to further harvest the other ones, or if, you know, what's taking place in them or in there is not fully complete. So we're gonna do one grow bag and one 5-gallon bucket to start things off and see how we should proceed from there, okay? And so what I have is my wheelbarrow that I'm going to dump the sweet potatoes in and the soil and all that good stuff. I have my bucket scenario in which I purchased from the Dollar Tree, because you do want your sweet potatoes to cure, okay? You don't just get them out the ground and then cook them the same day. No, there's a process in between, but we'll talk about that. Let's go ahead and start with the 5-gallon bucket or grow bag. Let's see, I was about to play paper, scissors, rock, but I can't do it for myself. So let's see, how do we do this? Any, mini, miny, mo, catch a tiger by so if he holler, let him go. Any, mini, miny, mo. You can't end right there. My mama told me to pick the one, and you are it. Whoa, 5-gallon bucket it is. Let's start there, great people. First things first is retrieving the bucket out of the web of vines that go from a sweet potato. All right, so I do not want to, well, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and detach them here so that I won't have no problems in the harvesting area. All right, so I just separate it like that. I'm gonna collect the vines as well, so don't worry about those. I have some fun things that I want to do with them. All right, so I'm just gonna pour it, we'll dump it. Boom. Oh man, look at those vines. Just gonna break it up ever so gently, but also respectfully. Also, I'm gonna get my my little bucket scenario that I can put the sweet potatoes in. This one looks awesome. So again, you know, grow bags is the way that I've been growing my vegetables and things like that. However, your root vegetables, your things such as your sweet potatoes, your carrots, your beets, and things like that, they can all grow well in 5-gallon buckets, you know, largely because it is a root vegetable. And so roots are the primary reason why you would use grow bags as opposed to 5-gallon buckets. But with your root vegetables, that's no worry. This is a nice one. Man, it's kind of nice. And each one, I think I put one slip, maybe two. I did a video planting these bad boys, so I guess we'll all have to like go back and see how I started these bad boys. And some of them I started from a slip that just grew itself from some sweet potatoes that I had in the garage. And I was like, oh man, I'll plant these slips and these might be it. All right, here's another one. And that'd be cool just to even be able to see like the size difference between the 5-gallon bucket sweet potatoes and the grow bag size sweet potatoes. And that may be something cool to be mindful of. But here we are with the roots as well that goes along with it. No need for these. So I'll just toss it. You can also toss it in your compost bin. Well, maybe you don't want to do that because it might start another slip, truth be told. I probably can take that and start another slip because there were leaves attached to it. Here's another little one. So, you know, you just dig your hand in the dirt and things like that, which is why you want to use maybe like a wheelbarrow or a table situation. This is a little one, but it's probably going to be oh so delicious and sweet. But again, just run your hands through the soil itself and ever so gently, because they are not firm and hard and things like that as you would expect a sweet potato to be when they are fresh out of the soil, which is why you do the curing. For recapping purposes, we have, I would say, about, you know, 4 sweet potatoes here that we were able to get out of the 5-gallon bucket. So now let's do the grow bag. All right, so I did the same thing with the grow bag. I just clipped the stems, well, really just pinched it and broke them. So I had 2 stems there that my slips were growing from. Gonna turn this bad boy over. Just cool to see. Same deal here, just break it up ever so gently but respectfully, and we'll see what we have growing in here. All right. These have a unique shape. All right, so they're a little bit smaller. Well, so far we have a small one and we have one a little longer situation. I'm just put it right over there. Bad boy's looking like carrot. As long as it tastes like a sweet potato, we're gonna be a happy family. Carrot looking sweet potato, but nonetheless, put this bad boy in the oven or however you cook it. I don't know. My lovely wife Crystal takes care of that for the family. I grow it, she cooks it, and we repeat. That is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Are we seeing a clear difference? The growing size? Could it be because of the growing apparatus or the growing medium being a grow bag as opposed to the 5-gallon bucket? Man, I don't know if we're able to tell from just 2 of them. We may have to do 2 more. Let's just do 2 more, okay? Let's do 2 more. So these are what we were able to obtain from the grow bag. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say 4 as well. A little bit more longer as opposed to the wider ones. So, hey. All right, great people. So we have another 5-gallon bucket. At this point, go ahead and smash that like button if you think we will have bigger ones or more in the 5-gallon buckets as opposed to the grow bags. Let's see, let's break this bad boy down and see. I think there were like 2 slips that were growing in this 5-gallon bucket. All right, we got one of the short long ones that we've had also in the grow bag. Go ahead and pull that bad boy out. Usually the roots will take you to a sweet potato, which in this case it did, which has a nice Christmas ornament type look with us being in the Christmas season. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, do we only have 2? We only have 2 sweet potatoes in that 5-gallon bucket. So now it's a must that we check the grow bag. These 2 were only in the 5-gallon bucket. Man. All right, so let's check out this here grow bag. The roots have made it all the way to the bottom, which made it a little difficult to get the soil out. The soil is definitely drier in this here grow bag. Very noticeably different as opposed to that 5-gallon bucket. I don't know if I was trying a different soil. Whoa, look at here. Look at here, great people. We have some big boys in this one. They came to grow. That is the harvest in this here grow bag. These are the biggest ones I've ever grown. What I don't like are the splits and things that we have in here. I'll definitely have to look up and see how that may or may not affect the taste. If you do know, let us know in the comment section below. But you can see there's some discoloration and things like that. Looks like, I don't know. I'm gonna definitely keep this one separate than the other ones because I don't want what this could possibly be as far as contaminations or anything like that be within the other sweet potatoes. This one grew out well. Did not have the same, well, just a little bit of damage, but nothing piercing the skin. So I'm excited about this bad boy. This is like a healthy heart size. Like, my gosh, like my fist. If I was to, you know, not that I have the biggest hands or anything like that, but nonetheless, you can see pretty much the same. So that's a keeper. And then we have, of course, you gotta have a little one in the mix. Hey, gotta have one. So we also have this one as well. So these 2 will go with the other ones. This one I'm gonna keep separate. All right, great people. So we have our sweet potatoes from 1, 2, 3, 4 containers. So I had 2 5-gallon buckets as well as 2 grow bags And we have a nice amount of sweet potatoes, okay? And so what I do want to say in this portion is, you may be wondering, what was I talking about curing? Well, curing is simply just storing your sweet potatoes in a warm, but yet dry and ventilated environment. And you know, you want to do so from either 1 week to 2 weeks. I guess depending on how soon you need to eat these sweet potatoes, but keep all that in mind when growing sweet potatoes. It's not just like, you know, doing kale where you could pick it and cook it the same day. You do have a period in between, okay, for the curing. And the curing process will allow for it to be firmer but yet still moist, but then as well allow for the sweetness of the sweet potato to take root, right? If I was to say that, because if you were to eat it fresh out of the soil, it will taste much like a starchy white potato. It'll have more of that starchy type taste as opposed to that sweet, savory taste which we are used to from our sweet potatoes, okay? That is due to the curing process. Now, you can cure it as I am, which is in this here container, all, you know, broken apart and things like that. But some people even allow for the stems to be connected to the root, because you know sweet potato is a root vegetable, but some people allow for the stems to still be connected to the root and just do it that way. Whichever way is your way, make sure you do it anyway, okay? But from 7 to 14 days, you want to make it happen, okay? The curing process. And then after that, you have, you know, from like 7 months, you can store these bad boys. If they have cured, you can store them, of course, in a dry, ventilated place, but also without sun, right? I don't know if you have ever been in a situation like me where you have bought some sweet potatoes from the store, put them in a bag, went into your pantry or cupboard or whatever you call it, and you realize, oh man, there's some roots that's taking place in this bad boy. Well, hey, sweet potatoes do what they want to do in a sense. However, you have within a 7-month window period of eating your sweet potatoes after you have grown them, which if you grew them yourself, you're even more happier, because it's like, oh man, my labor has not gone in vain, okay? So that's all I want to say about the harvesting of the sweet potatoes. And now what I do want to get into, which is the fun thing, is that I do want to taste the leaves of the sweet potatoes, which I have talked to the gardening family when we did our live call, and they were like, yeah, I never tasted it. I heard you could taste it, but I wonder what it tastes like. So do I. I wonder what it tastes like, and so I am going to give it a try. But I'm not just gonna just eat the sweet potato leaves by itself. I will also do it with some arugula as well as some mustard greens, just to even like mix it up with the family, okay? So make sure y'all stay tuned, click that bell notification, that subscribe button, because that video is gonna come up. We're gonna cook sweet potato leaves, arugula, as well as mustard green, and see which one the family and the kids like or dislike the most. That should be very interesting. But nonetheless, with that being said, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. And hey, if you have any gardening questions or anything like that, put them in the comment section below. Either myself or others will answer it, because we are a garden community, a garden family, helping everybody do what they need to do, which is grow their own food, okay? One grow bag or raised bed at a time. So with that being said, I love you all. And remember, you don't have to garden by yourself. You can always garden with me. Until next time, peace.